It is June 19th, Wednesday, Juneteenth. It's a holiday today, but I'm getting ready to go traveling, so I'm gonna try to catch up on some work. So I have a membership at this co-working space that gives me one day at the co-working space, and today is my day, even though they've got some limited hours today because of the holiday. I'm gonna be out for the rest of the week, and then I'm gonna be speaking at VidCon next week, so it's also gonna be like a little bit of an abridged week. But it's been over 2 weeks since my last daily update. Let me catch you up. And I also realized on my last update that I didn't check if it was filming me or not. The first part is just of the sidewalk. Yesterday, Tuesday, I felt like was just packed with meetings. I had to get the slides ready for my speaking engagement on Friday. So the past couple of days I've had mild food poisoning where I feel like I'm still like functional. I think it happened Saturday dinner. I got ramen with some friends and then was feeling nauseous. Then like Sunday was more of that, and then Monday was kind of taking it easy and also catching up. I feel like I'm currently in this phase of my life, which is perpetual catch-up. Friday to Sunday, I decided to take a last-minute trip to San Francisco, grabbed lunch in LA, and then headed straight to the airport. When I arrived in San Francisco, one of my friends was actually hosting a party. Saturday, I randomly ran into someone I went to high school with on the street. Later that night, grabbed dinner with a couple of my friends from Sandbox who were passing through town. Sunday, caught up with another one of my friends that I've known since middle school. It felt kind of nice to be able to go back to San Francisco, still have community there. It was a really quick trip. I'm glad I went because I think it clarified some things that I had questions around. Thursday, had some meetings in the morning, and then ended up going to this YouTube shopping event that they've been having, I think every month, called YouTube Shop Social. And my friend Cassandra was in town, so she gave me a ride there and we got to catch up briefly. And the cool thing is that now that these advanced reader copies of the book are out, it's just been so cool to see friends who are so excited to support you. So I gave her a copy of the book. And Wednesday, June 12th, and I try not to do this, but I feel like because I've been in this perpetual catch-up, I got invited to this app launch that night in Hollywood, but I just felt like I wanted to use that time to catch up on some work. Tuesday, I had this breakfast in the morning with this community called Culture First. What's been pretty cool is I think one of the first events that I ever went to when I arrived in LA, I got tagged in this random LinkedIn post, was a Culture First event. So now I've been going to these Culture First events for the last 2 years and building a little bit of community of people who work in people and culture. It was a really nice breakfast. Later that day, my friend Shira and Jordana were hosting this event called Creators for Mental Health, and it was a whole mental health day, started at 4 in the afternoon, and it was totally packed and went until 8 with different panel sessions and different wellness activations. And Shira had asked me to join the host committee to help invite people, but she actually didn't need much help from me anyway. I think I was only able to invite 2 or 3 people. It was a good event, and I'm glad that I went. So generally now on Mondays, I've been working on the growth plan that we had set through the 10,000 Small Businesses program. So that was last Monday as well. Again, always trying to catch up. Sunday, the 9th, I literally think I slept all day, but I feel like we need days like that every once in a while. That Friday and Saturday, I had someone from a couple years ago come to visit town, and we hadn't really seen each other in a year, so we caught up. But that was a little bit of a whirlwind. It was it also kind of came together last minute, but they were really only here for like 24 hours. Then that night was actually our graduation party for 10,000 small businesses, and I ate a lot of hamburgers. It was good to see everyone, but I definitely feel like by the end of that, my social battery was depleted. Friday, I had a speaking engagement in the morning. This was June 7th. Then I caught up with one of my author friends, and then I ran to pick up some packages that are still getting shipped to an old address. Thursday, June 6th, we had our monthly meeting for the Google Rising Influencers with Disabilities Fellowship. I'm a mentor, now it's been announced. Then that night, my friend Daniela was hosting like a photography art show party. He had the last one in February when it was like torrential downpour that I missed. So I headed out, ran into a couple friends, got to see her and celebrate her. Wednesday, June 5th, I had a keynote. That night, I found this dinner to attend on conscious entrepreneurship. And while I was there, ran into some friends, and even a friend from San Francisco I hadn't seen in a couple years. Tuesday, June 4th was this event called Luminary Live. It was a full day event tapping into like how to get press, fireside chats, like how to build your business plan, really like up-leveling entrepreneurs and small business owners. It was cool to see some friends there. I spent the whole day there. Monday, June 3rd, a couple calls. And then that night was kind of like part one of Luminary Live. I think it's called Luminary Live Accelerated. And it was this fireside chat with Julia Borston, who had written a book called When Women Lead, or Let Women Lead. I got her to sign my copy, and I ran into some friends at that event too. And that takes us back to June 2nd. So it's been a whirlwind of the last couple of weeks, getting ready to travel again, added an impromptu travel trip as well. I'm grateful for it all. There are a lot of moving pieces right now, and can't wait to keep you updated.